So President Biden has announced sweeping coronavirus mandates around the country. America is trying to get to the next phase of this pandemic, the moving past it phase. The problem is, altogether too many people don't seem to want that. Many of us, myself included, mistakenly thought everyone would be on the same page about getting the virus under control. We just assumed that being locked down and wearing masks and dying alone would be something that people would enthusiastically want to put behind us. But because certain leaders and celebrities and television personalities have realized how much power and profit there is in continuing controversy, they have literally convinced people to take their chances with dying unnecessarily and call it freedom. So federal leadership had to adjust. They tried the carrot. For 8 months, they had readily accessible, safe, and reliable vaccines free of cost to every person in this country. We've incentivized, offered money, time off from work, bonuses, and prizes to take the vaccine. There are now 180 million fully vaccinated Americans in this country. 5.85 billion doses of the vaccine have been administered around the world. So for the people doing their own research and waiting on the data, that's a pretty huge test group that's doing just fine. But we're still averaging about 1,500 deaths a day, and that clearly has to stop. So the government has moved past carrot onto stick, and most of us are good and ready for that change. To be clear, no one is forcing anyone to get the vaccine. However, if you don't take it, you might not be able to keep your job. And that might feel like a punishment to you, but it's really a benefit for the rest of society. Because one of the bonuses of living in a modern Western society like America is that we have safe workplaces. There is an entire federal department called OSHA dedicated to keeping your job site safe. So whether you need proper equipment to handle chemicals, a hard hat on a construction site, or you have to wear rubber-soled shoes when working with electricity, that is OSHA looking out for our collective health. It's why you can't work in a factory without proper ventilation. We have multiple fire exits, and you can't just put a ladder on top of a ladder. It has nothing to do with freedom and everything to do with making sure you don't get hurt at work. And now, during a pandemic, that same department is there to make sure you aren't exposed to a potentially deadly virus while on the job. Now, you can be as furious as you want, but no one is forcing you to get the vaccine. Just like no one is forcing you to put on a hazmat suit or protective gloves or a face shield when you weld. You make the choice to do what's required to keep yourself and others safe while at work. If you can't do that, then that's not the job for you. Freedom doesn't mean doing whatever you want whenever you want. That's chaos. So get the shot or get a new job, because vaccinated America is done trying to convince you to do the right thing. Now you comply so we don't die. The end. Moving on.